Okay, folks, it is I, Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician. I am back out in the garage, accepting new work, turning out old work, and just getting things done in general. If you've been watching my YouTube channel or following me on Facebook, you'll know that I've been pretty busy with the Idaho foster care reform and testifying for that. And then I've also been busy with just some other personal stuff, some stuff that I had going on with the school district here and had some meetings and stuff to go to. So, but just some progress made. We have the cylinder head removed off of our ATV here. Now I've got some parts. These parts have come from all over the world, literally. The majority of them are coming from China, and I'm having to wait as long as 3 to 4 weeks for those parts to come in. And some of these parts we've actually ordered 2 of, because this customer has decided to go ahead and just keep this ATV indefinitely. And so because the availability for the parts have been so scarce, and they're actually cheap enough, we just went ahead and ordered 2 of them. So I'm going to finish up the carb rebuild and replace that. And then as soon as my cam parts come in, we'll go ahead and start replacing the cylinder head and all the timing components on that. So I've got my 5.7 liter engine here that I'm just slowly rebuilding. I'm just working on this in my spare time. As you can see, I've got the timing done on it, and I'm going to be putting a new oil pump and other things on it as well. So, yeah, that's again, that's just kind of something I'm just doing on my spare time for a buddy of mine, you know, just in exchange and trade and stuff like that. So that's pretty exciting. And then smaller jobs, I've got the rototiller. Now really I'm just waiting on, I'm just trying to organize myself some time to go ahead and sit down for maybe a good 8 hours and just finish rebuilding and putting this thing back together. Then the other thing that I have, I've got a carburetor kit coming in to go ahead and rebuild this Honda Weed Eater. Went ahead and tried to clean the carb. In the end, it needs a new diaphragm. And that'll just take me a few hours. And then, of course, I've got my Toyota cylinder head. We are waiting on a new head to come in. So once a new head comes for that, I'll go ahead and finish rebuilding that. And the biggest job so far has been my Chrysler. Now, I am completely done with the water pump and timing setup. And I'll be honest, it's taken me a little bit longer than what I've wanted it to. But that, for me, you know, I don't know, it might upset my customers a little bit. But, I mean, just being honest, for me and for this type of job that we're doing, I'm okay with it taking me a few extra days. Now, right now, you're probably looking at this going, oh, it looks horrible. It's all still broke apart. No, at this point, the hardest, most complicated part of this job is completely finished. And that's setting up the timing system here. And I'll be honest, it took me about an extra day to do it, and I had to break it down twice, which meant removing the chain and the guides and the upper cams in order to get to the point to where I felt completely comfortable that this engine is is set up accordingly and properly. And you can see in there, I don't know if you can see my dot inside of there. And so, yeah. Now, let me explain this to you, how you do this, okay? Factory procedure is going to have you go in from the driver's side bank, all right? And I found that it's a lot easier if you just mark your timing mark right here to go ahead and align it up. And if you notice, you have these darker marks on your chain right here. Okay, when you first set this, now I've already turned this engine over multiple times to go ahead and double check my work to make sure everything was safe. You can see there's actually another darker link there. Okay, when you first install this, you want to take these 2 dark links and you want to set it right here on this link here. And then this single dark link, you want to make sure that it is lined up with this dot here when you install this. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to take these 2 dark links, okay? You're going to set that on the chain. As a matter of fact, let me see if I have the old chain and old gears to show you this. Okay, so here you go. Here's one of the old gears, okay? And you can see the markings there, the dot. Okay, you lay your chain with that dot in between the 2 dark links, okay? You're going to drop that down in through the top with your chain, okay? And then your chain is going to end up falling down in here. And then you're going to take one single dot, one single dark link, and you're going to match that up with your mark here, and that's going to match up with your mark here. And then you're going to come all the way around. Let's see if we can see it. If it's in position, it's not. And you're going to have one more dark link that's going to match up here. Now, again, you're going to install first this gear with the chain, come down around, make sure your links match up with your marks. Then you're going to come back up and install this. What you're not going to do is you're not going to bolt these down. You're going to let these spin freely, okay? And then once you're done setting these on your camshafts and you've got your chain in, then you want to go ahead and install your guides. Not your tensioner yet, though, just your guides. Then once you have all that, then go ahead and install your tensioner. Do not set your tensioner yet, though, just simply install it. Once you've done that, you want to double check your mark down here, make sure everything's lined up. Once you've done that, then you're going to take a wrench, and because these will not be bolted down the camshaft, you're going to take a ratchet and you're going to turn each camshaft, each dual overhead camshaft, clockwise so you can match everything up, making sure that when you do, your marks all line up through there. All right. And then once you have all of that done, go ahead and with a soft pry bar, you're going to reach down inside of here and you're going to push back on your tensioner and you're going to engage your tensioner. And then just so you can sleep at night to know that you're not going to destroy this engine once you start it up, go ahead and turn it 2 full rotations. So once our mark has passed this point twice on the second time around, we will stop, okay? And what we're looking for is any binding that might take place, because remember, this is an interference engine. And there you have it. That's 2 full rotations, nothing bound up. So from this point, all the hard aspects of this job are now finished, and there's nothing left on but to start bolting on covers and plugs and everything else. So there you go, folks. We are at the end game of our Chrysler 2.7 timing and water pump rebuild. Thank you, everybody, for supporting me. Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician.